Hey, fellow treasure hunters, Rodamon here. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector Homeworld, Episode 50, Seeking Out the Technology Cache. Onslaught. What did I want to put? I'll probably do ox thrusters for you as well. And then, let's see, I'm curious what Autofit says. Flux distributor. Interesting. I'll probably S-mod the armored weapon mounts. And I'm going to override the flux distributor for magazines. So I'm right to think that the magazines will help with the charges on the pulse cannon, right? Max charge is 20. No, maybe not. Well, I'll take it for a sim. Oops. I don't care. Yeah, okay. The magazines help because I have 30 here. So yeah, I'll do magazine. It's weird that it didn't like update. So I don't need to do this simulation. Some magazines and something else. We have heavy armor? No, we don't have heavy armor yet. Heavy armor. Heavy armor is expensive as hell. Alright, so there we go. There's our Onslaught with 3 S mods. This Mora should probably be dry docked at this point. Like, it's done. Alright, Azak, how's you been doing? There's your ITU. And I'm going to auto-fit you as an attack ship. And you're going to need more experience to... Oh, no, you won't. Automated repair unit. What the hell? Alright, let's try this again. What is, what do we want to add to this thing? Ballistic rangefinder, because it is ballistic and ox thrusters. Why not? There, we S-modded all of that. There you go. That's a hell of a Falcon now. And we could essentially do the same thing here. So you are going to auto-fit. This is going to be Elite Falcon. Just so I can copy and paste it. And you don't have... So we'll have to keep Major Mildew a little bit longer to rack up more experience. Alright, Nabla. You've got an antimatter blaster. Okay, I think magazines make sense in that case. And then I might, because I just added magazines, change the weapons we have here a little bit to more antimatter blasters. So this thing just like blasts everything. I've built them like this before. It's real dumb and it's hilarious to me. And then I'm because it's going to be like a close strike craft, I'm actually going to do the unstable injector. So forget hardened shields, forget missile racks. I'll do accelerated shields, maybe. Yeah, I'm probably messing this thing up, but whatever. Oh, and apparently you have more. You still want to add the missile racks. Okay, that's fine. I'll leave it alone. This is, yeah, we're done. All right, Dominator. Your turn. Never S-mod heavy armor. It's a loss, not a gain. So we need more experience for the thrusters. Cool. This is a Pirate Falcon, so it's different than the original one, so I can't use the original one design. I don't even know what's going on with this ship. Why does it have... I'm gonna change it, because it's like built weird. So we'll do... in the front... Oh, I don't like any of these options. I could do like salamander pods. I don't even know what I want to do with this thing. But yeah, let's definitely build in the missile racks. And I don't think you have enough experience. No, you need to level up. Okay. The other interesting thing is a bunch of our support ships can also now have like another build-in. So for the gantries, maybe put in fuel tanks or something? Cargo? We'll do fuel. And then it adds sensors and berthing on top. I like it. Oh, that's fine. A little bit more fuel range, like, it's never gonna hurt. So it has a little bit of everything. It has fuel, efficiency, survey, sensors, berthing. Alright. For you... I probably don't even need the subsystems anymore. How fast does this thing move? So that's the Colossus. No, it doesn't need that anymore. Because we move at 8, not 9. Because I haven't been AUG driving our capital ships. So we can rework the Colossi to not have militarized subsystems. It's not necessary. So refund. Do efficiency and berthing. Actually, let's do efficiency and fuel. And then berthing will be added on top. Berthing and sensors. That will do. All right. Now down to the Krieg. Sorry, this is taking a while. Just, you know, if we're going to add bonuses to our fleets, we might as well, with the new officer, take advantage, I think. And our support fleets now have, like, they're gotten real strong. And what do we add here, then? Let's do fuel tanks. An ox tug with expanded fuel tanks. I'm sure it's, like, 0 difference. But I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay. Yeah, I'm really curious. You got... Oh, no, actually, fuel capacity went up a lot. I take it back. It went from, like, I don't know, 8 to 74 or something? Or 10 to 74? That's actually not bad. I take it back. So there you go. So a really different fleet. I'm going to put Operator away. I'm going to put Azak away because they're done. And then let's go ahead and bring out a few more ships that need love. Now, I know a lot of the other ships that are currently dry docked that have 2 S-mods could take more. I just don't want to, like, flood you guys with, like, too much of the whole doing all of this at once. So, raffle timer for these 2 Auroras. And these 2 Auroras are going to be the ones that are that we'll try to level up as well. And I hit the raffle timer, but actually I'm not ready to do the raffle just yet. So hold on. Resetting eligibility. There we go. Reset. Cool. All right, looks good. Auto-assigning officers. Unfortunately, I have more officers than I have, like, reasonable ships. So some are in the salvage gantries, but it's just the way it is. And let's go find ourselves a fight so that we can remove some of these demods. It took a while, but wow, look at that efficiency change. Look at the crew requirements. I know I like changed a lot of the ships. We went from like 26 to 13. That is a massive difference. Holy heck. All right. Is there bounties? Luddic Church. You know what? I haven't destroyed an Invictus. So, Terran eccentric around a giant primary star. Not there. You are here. Okay. So I was just referencing the Invictus. They're like mega tanks that are very crew heavy. And how close are we? 90 days, or 87 days away from being able to make some significant changes. The Invictus is surprisingly fun to fly. They are. They're slow, but they can shrug off a lot, especially if you like S-mod them a lot, because they can tank like crazy. Hello! Sitting on top of me. Alright, so unfortunately for us, we also, because we dropped in on top of a pirate base, are going to be fighting a pirate base as well, but like, whatever. It's fine. All ships deploy. If possible, I want to knock out the base quickly, so it can't just like be an X factor in this fight with an Invictus up. And now that my own ship has like more S mods, it should be pretty easy for me to manage my flux better. So we have a Retribution on the right side, which is the weirdest capital ship, I would say. Because like some of the other weird capital ships are like converted by pirates to be like not cargo ships, but the Retribution was designed this way. They're like super fast moving, but very weak in terms of like shield strength and armor. Capital ships. They're very strange. They can be effective in the player hands because they can disengage real well, but I've like never managed to make that happen. The nuclear farter, yeah. The fart drive. Their special ability is they just like fart forwards. Makes for good hit and run tactics, but it ain't for me. Alright, so the base is out. One Retribution's out. It's mostly fly swatting from here until the Invictus shows up. And it is not on the field right now, so... The other thing about the Invictus, if I'm not mistaken, is deployment point cost is like 60, which is very high. Dennis, thank you for the resub and all the gifted subs. Thank you, dude. All right, raffle timer's up for the new ships. I'll roll that right now. TDM and... Come on. Dom Seb. Dom, you have so many ships, I might re-roll them. Whatever, I'll figure it out. And with any luck, I'll be able to pull some of the Eradicators from this fleet for personal use. Skeldor, thank you for the resub. Here comes their Invictus. I'm backing up. Because my flux is pretty high. Oh no. And you can see their main gun ability. Big pew-pews. But this Invictus has no allies. It showed up last. It has hella armor. But it won't really matter because it's just surrounded and overwhelmed. But you can see how tanky it is. I mean, this thing's like almost as tanky as like a Star Fortress. As I said, had no hope because it was completely surrounded by a ton of high damaging, high impact ships. Like the Auroras that I've built are very, very fast, and with the antimatter blasters just dump damage like crazy, so it was doomed. I am going to pursue. Second command, I'll send the Auroras in. Ship recovery. Wow. Well, I don't really want a 3D mod Eradicator. I want, well, whatever, I'll take it. I'll take it. Slim pickings. Alright, continuous repairs. Oh, for the love of, seriously? We fixed the ship we just picked up. Game, can you stop doing that? It's driving me crazy. I want to fix my ships, not the new ones. So Luddic Church liked that. Syndrian liked that, because Syndrian apparently had the bounty on the pirate base, I'm assuming. I wouldn't mind improving my relationship with the Luddic Church. It's not good. And I'll take the other Eradicator, sure. So yeah, we really just haven't been doing a lot of bounties for the church. So the unnamed and the Nabla also had stuff fixed. So the unnamed is this one. So you are going to be the formerly TDM. And you will be the Sebdom. Oops. I'll just have to keep coming up with names. I'm not going to ravel these one off until we're actually using them. Yeah, Nightbot seems to, like, sometimes hate people. Just Nightbot things. So maybe what I'll do is head back to Taish and drop these new ships off, so I don't have to tow them around. So what's been happening is, like, all of the ships that I recover end up with their demods fixed, and it's like, no, that's not the order of operations I wanted in. And then if you guys end up seeing like a analyze derelict ship mission come across my my feed, just yell at me, because those are the ones I'm gonna want. Weighted parameters? As far as I know, it's random, but, like, I don't know. I didn't code second in command, so maybe there is a weighted for new or something. We really don't need any more fuel. So how many D-mods do we got? 3, 5, 6, 7, 10. It's gonna be a few good fights left. The other thing I wanted to check, Darad. Trade fleets lost really hasn't changed, which indicates to me that we haven't lost anything new. Ink isn't getting enough metals, but that's just because there's only so much mining that we can do on Darad to supply metal refining, so that's like not a big deal. There's no other structures industry that I want to add to Ink, so I'm not going to worry about that. I don't see any commerce raiders here. I would love to... So the issue with commerce raiding, I would love to like actively seek out commerce raid fleets. It's just a little boring to sit around with your thumbs twiddling, hoping that like commerce raiders comes to mess with you. Which, you know what? I didn't check for admins, which is why I haven't been doing it. Once the Tritech threat gets a little bit more real, I'll probably focus on it further, either by disrupting trade myself or, you know, dealing with the commerce raiders. But I got better things to do at the moment. Well, no admins to be found. At least I remembered to check. The other thing that could be happening is the commerce raiders could be sitting, because if I only use my own gate, I might not notice commerce raiders here on the galaxy map around Dwo or messing with us. So occasionally, not using my own gate and like just popping out to the galaxy here to make sure that commerce raiders aren't just like, you know, gravity well camping or whatever we'll call it, is probably in my benefit. So how about a little change of pace? We're gonna go grab a tech cache. Beta Green is the closest. The closest we can get to that. That's fine. So at the moment, there doesn't seem to be very many bounties that like look great. Or Legion Onslaught. So I'll wait for it to be more enticing. And we'll get the tech cache, because the tech cache has other stuff as well. Perhaps there's an admin hiding the tech cache? Maybe. Maybe the colony item for refining? Could be. It's one of the only reasons to like go to ruins and research stations anymore. So we don't need blueprints for ships because we're intentionally not manufacturing ships. So all right. You got big gravity. Let's use it. I'm gonna poke my head into a few of the other systems on the way there, just to see if I can find more gates or whatever. In this case, a Terran world. Not even eccentric, just straight up Terran world. Looks like a nice one, too. Low grav. This one would have been nice to colonize. It's low gravity, it's habitable, it's got abundant organics, it doesn't have transplutonics, so you could do even more farming on it. one of the requirements we had for this run is it has to be a low grav world because us stateless were born in space and can't handle high grav or norm grav worlds. We got them weak bones. Whoa! Arid desert. Okay. Guess we'll poke around a bit. One of the mods I use, the like Wide Horizons mod, which adds a larger galaxy, seems to change the habitability percentage of the worlds. I mean, I know it does. And it's always surprising because in like vanilla Starsector, unmodded and everything, you end up just not finding a lot of habitable worlds. Most of the worlds out there are pretty garbage. They're barren or toxic or gas giants or whatever. But with this mod, you know, there's a much higher percentage of habitability. Because like this world even has a biosphere. You know, there's stuff living down there. There's farmland. Pretty chill. "29 days. So August 19th or so is when we can well, I mean we'll get the pop-up. Where that's the ETA for getting our mild climate going. So here's the tech cache. Looks unassuming, but it isn't. It is guarded. Oh, actually, it's pretty lightly guarded. I take that back. I'll just do it myself. Famous last words. Let's hope not. Don't shoot me from behind, it's rude. Now don't flame me out, you little monster. Hey, guess what? Eat Aurora. You wanna just keep EMPing my engines? Well, okay, that works too. My hurricane mervs were like, well, we got this. Boom. Alright, so your fleet arrives at the coordinates provided by the scientists at Kanta's Den, and just as she said, there was an impressive bounty of domain-era goods and technology in nearly pristine condition. In the middle of all of your salvage crew reports a cargo bearing Tritac logo. It's emitting a bizarre, dynamic magnetic field extending 2 meters beyond the casing. It's amazing that no one found this cache before. But then, the long-range sensors did read it as a worthless debris cloud at first. The question is now, how do you close the AI core into the shielded crate? Or do you close, rather, the AI core into the shielded crate? Yes, I will do that, because I don't really need it. So there we go. We've got Retribution blueprints, we've got Shade blueprint, Gorgon blueprint, something, I don't know. Cool. Almost was done. I'm gonna poke around a little bit more. Back. Poke around a little bit more. And I was really hoping that some of my exploration would yield derelict ships to potentially find an admin, but it hasn't yet. Or like ruins. You could find them in ruins too. What? 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 Tritech, why? Did you just... What is even going on? Did they just not care now? Wow, that was a meme. We combed the desert. We found nothing. Alright, well that's ludicrous. From here... Let's head over to Epsilon Terror. And then use its gravity well if it doesn't have a gate to sling our way back home. Perhaps exports have dropped down. Yeah, no, there it is again. Competing exports. It was, maybe there was a shortage due to the commerce rating, which is funny, actually. If that's the case, their commerce rating worked well enough that I was temporarily not a threat to them. Which was like, good job, Tritech. I guess you disarmed me. You nuked my my exports enough that you made me less of a threat to you. Mission prematurely accomplished. Let's sling back off of the black hole, actually. After I poke into it. This is the Ox system. Looks more like a boar. Let's leave. What is with all these systems being devoid of all points of interest? Alright, so closest gate to us. Sunda, I guess? Or Greem? I don't want to go back to Greem, so I think what I'm going to do is launch towards Sunda and then just, like, search some of the systems on the way there. It also says ruins. Oh, this little planet has a lot. There it is. Added the mild climate planet condition. So, taking a look at Darad. Darad now sports a mild climate, which means its hazard rating has gone down another 25%. Population growth is obviously moot here because Darad's max size, so that's not a help to me. And then, as a result of that, Paradise World. Oh, just barely have enough money. There we go. Stellar Manufactory, I'm going to shut down, recouping some of the money. And then I would like to start building another orbital station, but obviously I don't have the 4 million to do that. So we're going to have to wait until I have some more money for that. But Paradise World is getting going. And we'll see the benefits of that. But now, the hazard rating here is about as low as it could go. The low gravity is obviously adding a hazard. But that is a requirement for us, the people. I don't know why I have a Ludic sleeper path. I gave you a mega weapon. You guys can piss all the way off. But, yeah, this planet is now going to be racking in even more money because the lowered hazard rating also means that, we don't have to spend as much money supporting the industries that exist on the planet, which is awesome. Cheers. So I'm not done with the tech cache yet. I think because we actually have to hand it back over if I'm not mistaken. Which is weird, because it says it's completed, so I don't know about that. Time to go hunting for cash? Yeah, we'll have to do some bounty hunting for sure. So we're going to head over to Sunda, which is here, and I'll just search every system on the way there that we haven't searched. Because all these systems here, let me do exploration. All these systems here, we've never entered ever into, so it's possible to find like derelicts or something in them. I'm not holding my breath. I don't think it's likely, but you never know until you look. Perhaps there's a bounty in the area? I highly doubt it. We're pretty far out from the core. Yeah, closest bounty is like on the other side of the galaxy. The bounties typically are like near core world. So if you're very far from core like I am, you're just not going to find anything. If I was to guess, I'm going to guess that bounties, and for pretty good game mechanic reasons, because if the bounties were really, really, really far from core, the cost of bringing a combat-ready fleet of the required size for the bounty would be very, very expensive. Meaning that they'd have to even pay you more for the bounty because, like, flying to the corner of the galaxy and back could cost you a lot in terms of resources. So in that case, I think the bounties probably only generate within, like, 15 light years of, like, you know, a planet or a solar system that is inhabited or something like that. There's probably a code requirement that does that. And I am way more than 15 light years away from every reasonable thing on the... Which means I'm outside of bounty range. The good news is, I'm also gonna, because I've been surveying like crazy, I have really high quality survey data. It's not gonna make a ton of money, but it's gonna make some money for my travel expenses. I know I'm really low on supplies though, so let's make a beeline to Sunda now, because soon I'll be bingo supplies and our ships will start breaking down. So current worry right now is to build up money for a new orbital hab and hire an admin. All the while, like, improving our fleet, etc., etc. You know, the standard stuff. Still, 100k. Not terrible for that. That might only pay for, like, the supplies. Yep, there it is. It only paid for the supplies of the trip. Not even the fuel. But, you know, that's just how it goes. Are these guys able to... No, not really. Okay. So I'll check for admins before I leave, and then we'll look for bounties. So not an admin. Copy that. Not an admin. There was an abandoned mining station. I did see that, yes. Let's take that. It's not likely to lead us to admins, but, you know, you never know. So... pretty far away. But whatever, I'll do it. It's somewhere to be. It's actually not that far from our unknown gate. And for some reason or another, I discovered a Luddic path base in this system. What's funny about that is, like, I actually don't know where it is. So we discovered it, but we didn't. So maybe when we come back to this from the mining station's salvage and sensors, we'll, like, destroy that pather. It's a good way to make friends with the rest of the core. I don't really care if there's a bounty on it or not. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector Homeworld, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rodamont.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rodamont.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patron, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow officers.